Go. Hello, I'm back with another review here in the channel from Ron's drone, camera, and tech YouTube channel here. Links down below to my channel so you can go over, get subscribed, and ring that notification bell, to see more videos like this. So today, in a kind of ongoing series of reviewing the GoPro Hero 10 and 9, we have here the Inkee, I believe that's how it's pronounced, the Inkee 3-axis gimbal by the good people over at Falcon. It says 3-axis gimbal for action cameras, and it says on the side of the box here, I was reading someplace before, it's for the I think the 7, 8, 9, and it doesn't say the 10 on it, but since the 10 is the same exact body as the 9, it should work fine with the 10. Also, we will test that out for you also. But let's get right into this unboxing and see what we got. So we'll be right back, folks. All right, folks, I've already removed the shrink wrap from the box here for the Inkee gimbal, and this was purchased on Amazon.com. I will leave the links down below. You can get two-day free Prime shipping if you are a Prime member on it. So fast and free delivery. So can't beat that. So the box, has a good bit of weight to the box here. So we showed you the in the preview here. This is the gimbal. The company's name is Falcon. The model of this gimbal is the Inkee, and we already said it's a 3-axis gimbal for action cameras. And there's the US, and you have the Chinese symbols up above there. So there's the logo there. We got a nice picture of the on the back here of the thing being used to the gimbal and the Hero used to catch somebody with skateboarding. And it just shows what mention some of the stuff we get in the box here, which we won't bother talking about since we'll be in the box in just seconds here. On this side of the box, it mentions it's made out of aluminum alloy. It has a 360 pan rotation and adapts to a variety of action cameras. So maybe not just GoPro, maybe other action cameras that have the same body shape as the GoPro may work. So, okay, let's get right into this now. So, I'm going to take the lid off. The box is very well made. The box came in good condition, no dents or anything at all, but very nice box, quality box. Okay, so here it is here. We get a little booklet here, pamphlet, like maybe a quick start guide. Yeah, quick start, one of these fold-out things like a, kind of a old-fashioned map, if you know what a map was before GPS. So here's some instructions here. It looks like they're in English and Chinese both, so that's good. And more instructions. So quite a bit of detailed pamphlet there. And here's even more another pamphlet with even more details on it. So that's good. Okay. Let's see here what we get in here. This is a little bag of goodies, a little goodie bag here, as we like to say in business. Let me see if I can open this for you so you can, my hands aren't blocking you. All right, so in the goodie bag we get a USB-C connector. So all the USB-C fans, there you go. USB-C, the USB-A, standard kind of, black cable there. It looks like, a GoPro mount screw terminal that you see on all the GoPros. We have two little hex things here, which I don't know what they're for yet. We have another kind of bolt there, and then we have a tiny bolt here. This is tiny. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera. Okay, so that's it for the goodie bag. So there's here's a little kind of a velvety carrying case for the Inkee. So that's nice, real nice. Has the pull strings up here. No branding, anything. This is a plain generic bag. All right, let's see. Here we go. Here is, I believe, the like tripod legs. So there you go. Feel pretty good quality. I felt better, but they feel nice. And let's see here. Okay, here is the gimbal itself. It's a little tough to get out of here. It's in there real good. There we go. So there's the gimbal itself here. Of course, it flops around when it's not on. So, here is, right up top here, here's the GoPro. It's got the built-in GoPro mount right there, so you can put the, terminal thing right in there. So that's good. We know what that is right away. And here's some hex things here, so you can adjust with these, these little things here. You can adjust these hex screws to make it kind of go in more. And here's another hex screw there to adjust. So you can fine tune this, I guess, for whatever size your your GoPro happens to be here. Okay, so here we have kind of a joystick type of control there. And here it looks like a record button there. This button M, I'm going to guess, stands for manual. On this side here we have a photo button, a video button, and it looks like we have a stop-start button. And over here we have this, one of these standard buttons here that usually adjusts the type of gimbal function we want, like pan and tilt, or pan and foul, all those type of adjustments. And here's your USB-C charging port right there, and there's the corded screw in the bottom, to mount on this little tripod there. So that's basically it, what you get in the box here, and we're going to read all these instructions over shortly, and we'll figure out all the functions here for all these buttons. We'll get it charged up. So we got a lot of work ahead of us here, but it seems like a really well-made, like I said, Luma, it feels like really well-made. Doesn't feel like cheap plastic. It feels like it's really got some good quality to it there. So, that's good right off the bat. The only thing that's real plastic is the legs, but, the actual gimbal part, it feels like it's very made of very good quality. So, okay, this unboxing is over for now, and we will see you back in the next segment of the video. Thanks. Hey, I'm back here with the the Inkee Falcon gimbal for the GoPro series of cameras and other action cameras here, and I'm about to roll the clips here now. I shot the first clip in 4K 60 Super View, and the color was vibrant, which I guess they used to call GoPro colors, and now they have vibrant because they have 3: vibrant, natural, and flat. So this is shot for 4K Super View, color vibrant, and the HyperSmooth with boost is turned on. I didn't mean to have the HyperSmooth on at the same time as using the gimbal, but it looked like it worked out okay in the video. You'll have to let me know what you think. The only issue I had was out in the field. It was one of the, I hadn't had the Hero 10 for very long, and got it right here, the Hero 10 with the blue lettering, and I hadn't had it very long, and I forgot how to turn the grid lines on. So when I was, holding the gimbal up, I was just eyeballing. I had no idea whether I would shoot with a flat horizon or not. So I don't know if I was crooked or I don't have the gimbal adjusted right, whether there's a settings in there where I can, make it, level out or whatever. So I don't know if it's me, the gimbal, but I will get that figured out, by the next time I shoot footage. But I do have the, at least the horizon grid on now, so I will know in the field whether, my horizon is good when I shoot it. So, again, that's an issue I haven't resolved yet. It could be user error. I don't know, but we will get it sorted out in a future video. In this video, mostly I'm kind of concentrating on how stable did it make my video, and as compared to HyperSmooth, and in the case of the 4K 60 footage, in play with HyperSmooth 4.0 with boost turned on. Enjoy this clip. I did not edit this clip in any ways outside of cutting up cutting out all the parts where I'm turning on and off the the camera and going to a different location. But this is no color grading, no extra stabilization added or taken off or anything like that. So sit back, enjoy, and let me know what you think about it in the comments. So roll that clip. All right, now you're going to see the video I shot in what they call cinematic mode. The other one was what they call the activity mode. I mean, I think I fine-tuned it a little bit, but it was mostly like the activity just out of the box. And the cinematic mode here, again, I may customize a little bit, but it's close to what it is out of the box. So we're in 5.3K, that high resolution. We're at 30 frames per second versus the 60 frames per second we were in with the 4K. And we went from super view down to linear view now, so we have more of a dialed in view like you get from, kind of a regular camera or whatever. And we don't have HyperSmooth. We don't have any stabilization in camera at all. We're completely relying on the Falcon, Inkee Falcon. And I'm not sure whether the company's name's Inkee or Falcon, and the thing is, I'm going to say Inkee Falcon all the time. So the colors this time was natural, and now what I've done this time is, in the 4K clip, I did not do any type of color correction. It was shot in vibrant, and you saw it as was. But this time, I shot it in natural, which is more, that kind of toned things down. It didn't have the real bright colors or whatever. It's sort of like, more of a toned down kind of, I don't want to say washed out look. I just can't come up with anything better. But, not real pop, colors weren't popping in this one. So what I did is, I took it into Final Cut Pro, and I did a little color correction with the color wheels, no LUTs or anything around it, but I said just a little color correction, and to kind of get it back up to kind of what vibrant looked like, but the way I wanted it to, and not the way the camera wanted it in camera processing. So And I hope you enjoy this clip. And again, this got the same problem. I did not have the grid lines on, and it looks like it got a crooked horizon, like I'm backwards here, but it looked like, in the video, it looked like, this slide was higher than this slide. So, like I was doing a drone here with a crooked horizon again. And I will figure out whether that was something with the gimbal or was just me holding it wrong because I didn't have a flat horizon line to judge with. I do not know at this point, but again, this point of this video is we want to check the how stable it is versus using the HyperSmooth, which is built in. And just a little note here: why somebody said, well, why would you ever want to shoot 5K 30 with HyperSmooth off or whatever? Why do you even need this gimbal? And what the problem with GoPro stabilization is, it's the world's greatest stabilization, but it raises the shutter speed greatly to achieve this stabilization. So that allows for no motion blur of any kind in your video. So you cannot get that cinematic look you would get with like a DSLR style camera on like a gimbal. Where you can, put ND filters on, slow the shutter down, do the 180 roll. Okay, so if you want to try to get a more cinematic style video where you have a smooth motion blur, you want to double your frame rate. So say you're shooting, in this example, 5.3 30 frames per second. What I want to do is set my shutter to 60, but to just do that, it's probably going to be way too bright or whatever. So you would want to apply like an ND filter to be able to, so you could lower that shutter speed down to 60 again. And of course, if you put an ND filter on a GoPro with HyperSmooth on, it's going to mess everything up. It's going to confuse it because the GoPro is always trying to put it in a high shutter to achieve that stabilization. So I don't know if I'm confusing anybody or this is making any sense here, but what I'm trying to achieve with the 5.330 is a little bit more, get a little more motion blur. And now I was shooting near sunset, so I didn't have an ND filter on, and I wasn't necessarily manually setting my shutter here because I was kind of running a gun in here, but I still think it'll give you a little more motion blur. Notice, like, when I have a couple children playing under the pier, that you can, they appear to have a little motion blur, when they're moving around, and you can check the ocean waves rolling in to see if you can see a little bit more blur than you can when I shot the 4K 60, with HyperSmooth and boost turned on, which raised the shutter way up and eliminated any chance of any motion blur. Okay, so I know I way over talked here, on this, but let me know what you think of the 5.3. Do you think it looked any better? And this video is probably going to be outputted, what do you call rendered out of 4K, not 5.3. So you may say, yeah, it's not 5.3. Well, I shot in 5.3, but I'm probably going to render it out at 4K, but we'll see. Maybe I could still get it out at 5K, but anyhow, it was shot 5.3K. So again, as we said before, let's roll that clip. Okay, just a short conclusion. I really haven't sorted everything out yet on this gimbal. I still have a lot of testing to do, but it did seem to perform pretty well for me in the field once I sort out if the horizon, crooked horizon was me or the gimbal, and if it's a gimbal, I'll just make whatever adjustment needs to be made to correct it, and I will come back with a follow-up video, and we will talk about that, and we will try to work through some of the other functions here. I will show you the functions of the app, which I don't think I'm going to be able to get in this video because I don't want a monster long video, but I'll show how the app works. I'll show how all the buttons on the controller control the camera. But again, we're going to follow up with the second video, so we won't have a hour-long epic first video on the Inkee. But I just wanted to shoot some footage with it and give you some ideas of the kind of footage you can get with it, and also kind of a semi-review of the Hero 10 here, since it's kind of new here, to see how good the footage looks on that. So I hope you enjoyed this part one of the Inkee Falcon Gimbal, and I will be back soon with a part two. So subscribe, hit the ring notification bell, and like this video if you got anything out, and we will see you in the next one.